boats. Semi-final Saturday, unravelling really nicely. 3 matches down, 7 to go, 2 in this first session. So much more to bring you. And as you can see, both women's singles concluded. As Tai Tsu-Ying will take on Akane Yamaguchi in that 1 and 2 seeded tussle tomorrow for the World Championship title. And Pravenuku Taratanachai also through in mixed doubles. Now it's Chen and Zhe Yifan, who are the 2017 World Champions. They're hunting a handful of successive wins over the 2018 and 2019 twice defending World Champions Mayu Matsumoto and Wakana Nagahara. This one's a repeat of the 2019 World Tour Finals title match. That's how the draw sheet lies. We're attending the top one, and the second semi-final between the second and third seeds will occur in our second session, not before 4 o'clock local time. That'll be the first match on, so do join us for that. For now, we are all over the top of the women's doubles draw. Here they are, Chen and Zhe Yifan. 5'5". There's Chen. Top seeds in the women's doubles and always get a generous hand. Ranked 3 in the world, up against the world number 5 pair, Matsumoto and Nagahara. Top seeds against the 4th seeds. And Chen and Zhe lead 5-2 head-to-head. Both teams have tasted a lot of success in pretty much all top-tier tournaments. Chen and Zhe lost out to Paulian Leheyu in the Tokyo Olympic final. Here they are. Confirmation of that head-to-head. So I'm pretty sure Chen wants to serve to Mayu Matsumoto. No choice of ends, unusually. Chinese fans are in the house.
I can tell you that China won the toss and they actually chose ends.
Okay. Your hearing's better than mine. 24 years of age, Chen. 1'64" or 5'5" from Guangdong in China, and they have been right up at the pinnacle of the game. That was in August 2018. Very, very experienced, these two. And Zhe Yifan, the left-hander in the camp, same age as her partner from Chen Yin. 2017 World Champions. And the World Tour Finals Champions the year prior as well in 2016. Their route through, you can see, fairly emphatic. Not a loss of a single game, and taking out compatriots Matsuyama and Shida, the other Japanese pair. Mayu Matsumoto, tall and imposing, the 26-year-old. World champions in Nanjing and Basel, 2018 and 2019. They understand how to deliver on the biggest of stages. And Wakana Nagahara as well, 25 years of age from Hokkaido. And again, like their opponents today, they've hit the pinnacle on the rankings. That was on the 30th of April 2019. Good to have her back, isn't it, Mikhailo Nagahara, after that missing the European leg due to the shoulder injury. Twice world champions and defending champions. How will they get on today against the kind of in-your-face game of the Chinese, who are 5-2 head-to-head. This is the Japanese route through. And the Stoiber sisters yesterday on court 2 in 41 minutes. Prior to that, it was and Jung from Hong Kong, China in 42 minutes. And then in their opening match, a Danish pair, Busch and Schultz, in half an hour exactly. So their first showing on court 1 for the Japanese.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting that the 2 times the Japanese pair have won in 2018 and 2019, they have not played this pair from China. And as you said, the head-to-head between the 2 pairs is 5-2 in favour of China. And I think that somehow is going to play a factor in this match.
Yeah, for both world titles, they beat Fukushima and Hirota, didn't they, in 3 close games for
in
their
the
golds.
finals, yes,
yeah.
and in the semi-finals they actually beat Puri and Rahayu,
yeah,
both times as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Mayu Matsumoto and Wakana Nagahara, Japan. And on my left, Chen and Jia Yifan, China. Chen to serve to Mayu Matsumoto, level, play.
That's a good start from Matsumoto.
Service over.
Love that return of serve.
Service over. 1-0.
Remarkably, these 2 pairs met 5 times in 2019. Japanese only won 1 of those matches. That was the first showing in back end of January at the Indonesia Masters. 3 close games.
Interesting how Jia Yifan was moving forward to the net, gambling that Nagahara was not attacking. And I have to say that this is what we can expect in this match. Very, very long rallies. As both pairs are having a strong defence. And that's lovely play by Nagahara. I like how she played first Chen on the attack at the net and then swapped it to her partner Jia Yifan, and that was the winner. I think that was really well played, and as I said, I think we can just as well get used to it. 79 shots.
Yes, it's going to be a long afternoon on that basis, isn't it? But very entertaining. Landed it.
I think it's.
Oh, was it called out?
3-1.
Yeah, it's called in.
Yeah. Yeah, you like I was curious when Chen handed the shuttle to Jia
Yeah.
to be thrown in the bin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's good work, isn't she? Chen has always been very quick thinking.
Service over.
A
2.
little slither opportunity and she'll take a mile.
Yeah, that's a good play because she's using that from her, let's say, past experience at in mixed doubles.
Yeah.
When she played with Seng Siwei, and they came to world #1 in the mixed.
Service over. 4-2.
Lucky little nibble off the top of the net there
Service
for
over.
Chen.
3-4.
Good interception from Chen. That's a big miss from Mayu.
4-4.
Matsumoto. Not even close to the line.
Clear.
And her partner did so well to keep the partnership in.
So I'm trying to think, Morten, and this is a tough question, getting my head around this head-to-head of 5-2 favouring the Chinese over the years. And is it just because, yes, they're both great defensively and they sort of out-patience the other team a little, but also they're a little bit more stingy in attack? But it seems that the Matsumoto smash has been denied. There's very little lift away towards her. Because they normally strong-arm through teams, don't they? So I'm quite surprised.
I think the Japanese partnership, Matsumoto and Nagahara, are sometimes playing it a little bit too safe, which means that they are not creating enough when it's against the very, very good pairs. And I think that's one of the problems for the Japanese pair, is that yes, they're solid and they can go on forever and ever, but are they creating enough points themselves can be a problem. On the other hand, the Chinese pair are very adventurous at times when they're playing well. They are good, but they have also had spells where, you know, they've sort of completely fallen off the face of the earth, if you could say that.
Yeah.
You know, they're simply not in it, and I think it was very interesting
Service over. 7-5.
because before the Olympics this year, I really thought that this pair would win. I had them in my personal book as the pair number one. And they got all the way to the final, and they played such a strong tournament, and suddenly they lost it completely against Pulian Rahayu. And granted, the Indonesians were playing really well.
Yeah, it's rather like Tai Tzu Ying in the singles, isn't it? A little bit. They sort of play they like to roll the dice. They are, as you said so nicely, adventurous with their game styles. Plenty of Chinese fans in.
Chen is quite a force at the front of the court. But is also a temperamental player. So if it's not really going her way, she can also, you know, go a little bit negative.
Disengage a little, yeah.
7-8. Non?
So I wonder today if the Japanese solidity will find a way past the sort of perhaps more adventurous Chinese pairing.
There is also another way of beating Chen and Jia Yifan, and that is if Jia Yifan is getting tired at the back of the court, because she's the one that's doing most of the work from the back, and if she's getting tired, she will start to take a lot of chances and make more mistakes.
Service over. 8-9.
Well, a really big roar of approval there from the Chinese playmakers.
It was a good block from Jia Yifan. I still felt that serve was quite a loose one, and I thought Chen should have done more with it. And that's good by Nagahara. It's not something that we so often see.
Service over.
She's going in, really stepping into it, and be very proactive at the net, and that's something I like to see her do some more.
Yeah, and you sense that takes some doing, having come back after that shoulder injury after the Olympics. Good to see her back, but still really sort of taking root and bedding into this level of tournament, I guess. But that was very brave, that last point from Wakana.
That was a good combination from the Japanese, the cross-court smash from Nagahara, and of course expecting the straight reply, and that would be right up in the forehand of Matsumoto, and that's exactly what happened. So that was a good combination by the two Japanese.
Yeah, fueling that weapon.
Service over. 11-10 interval.
Well, it's the top seeds from China that lead after 12 minutes by 1 point, 11-10. Well, finals weekend on one of those very special weeks. World Championships from Huelva, and it's all unfolding nicely.
11-10.
Women's doubles semi-final we're embroiled with here. Opening game midway through. Top seeds against the fourth seeds at the top of the draw. Brilliant, visionary from Jia Yifan, the only left-hander on court there. Very, very gallant at the net.
Yeah, I must say that had I been Matsumoto, I would have known that shot would come. And I would have tried to cover it a little bit better. It was too obvious. Of course, there was a gap and all that, but had Matsumoto been a little bit proactive, I think she could have got it.
13-10.
Must be put away. It's getting shorter and shorter. Good work by Matsumoto from the back of the court.
Had to work hard though, didn't she, to get it to the deck?
Definitely, but it got slightly shorter and shorter, and eventually she was going to win it.
String break. Yep, lost control again. We see it, don't we? Time and again. I guess these guys are meticulous with what gauge of string they play with. Don't want to get it too thick because, of course, then they lose control, although they get more longevity out of the string.
Now what will happen is that if they change the gauge of the strings, they feel they will lose the touch of
yes.
how they play. So
yes.
no matter what, they would never change it.
Yeah. Is it just one gauge in badminton? There's several?
No, there are several. There are many, but whatever you're used to, that's the one you want to play with.
Yeah.
Otherwise you lose your touch.
Yeah. Oh, nice try.
Service over. 12-14. Chen.
Nipping away at the heels of their Chinese opponents. I wonder what that means.
Well done.
Service over. 15-12.
That's wide.
Yeah, a long way wide.
Service over. 13-15.
Yes, wonderful placement from Zhe Yifan, the left-hander from China.
Service over. 16-13.
Another long rally, 50 shots. Look at that for placement. Really good. So awkward.
Service over. 14-16.
Well, they're far from throwing in the towel here. They're really fighting hard to get back on terms, the Japanese.
Oh, that's a good long shot from Chen. Really nice.
Yeah.
Wide.
Another tenaciously fought point from both pairs. Zhe Yifan enjoying that one.
I think she enjoyed winning it.
Exactly. So will the 3-point cushion be enough to secure game 1?
It actually looks like it. 3 points is a lot between these two pairs.
Service over. 15-17.
Squeal of delight as that Japanese serve found the net. That's your in-your-face kind of play. Oh, good leave. Down on her haunches, really well played by Chen. Defending her court very, very well. Look at that. Yeah. Do a lot of stretches, these athletes, to stay supple. Got to contort the body into all sorts of positions.
Yeah, it's a commanding lead.
Chen.
China have won the women's doubles at the World Championship 20 times, and they did not participate in the first 2. So it's a great, great tradition for women's doubles in China to win this. But Matsumoto and Nagahara have been stealing it the last 2 times, in 2018 and 19.
Yeah.
But they still have a fair way to go in order to equal the record of winning women's doubles, because Gowling and Huang Sui have won the women's doubles 4 times.
Interesting. Chen, Jia Fan secure the opening game. They're halfway home, the 2017 World Champions in women's doubles. Looking good right now.
I beg your pardon, they won it 3 times.
他们就是一拍那高的打的电速那拍防住，不要让它连起来就没问题。其他他都公布实力，一定要去耐心，多拍也是一样。进攻的时候不要老是全力去攻，哎，落点、远身那高的人家高点，人家杀多好，边线不要老是追。你看你往前扑球，他都能顶到后场。不要打追身，打远身，让他动起来，两个人动起来就会好。多拍以后，如果打不死，如果很多拍以后就打那个。 他基本上就是拉掉，啊，就注意他那个变速的就行，发球很好啊，保持，对，就是在相持的时候，这个发球的时候，这个节奏一定要掌握好。然后技能也是，打就拿一拍，不要拿下我就不拿了，继续拿没问题。你让他知道你只会封这一拍，啊，防守把位置再往前靠一点，你们跳到位以后，他们也不敢杀，就要去反击那一拍。你看两个反击多好，对角线反击啊。
网再注意一点，因为他不敢老是挑给我们吧，反正我掉马有，还有就一直挑给我直线，没有关系，我又不会跑，我不累。然后你抢有缘，他不可能就一再挑给我们，所以你注意下一盘过了就给我就好了。没事，我今天状态可以，所以就拉小一点，然后我来杀他。其实多半还是想让上面。 反正就谁多还是少用
要平均，
对对对，
三局我们体力要平均，好，
你消耗太多，那三局我消耗太多，好，精力集中一点，就是防守的时候要低一点。
Looking for a sixth victory over the Japanese pair. The other end of the court are these two top seeds in women's doubles from China. Battle of the former world #1 pairs.
And in all honesty, I think the Japanese pair has got to play with a little bit more what we call element of risk. There has to be, they have to try to see whether they can score points as well, not only just depending on the errors from their opponents. And that's out.
Yeah, normally those attacks are kind of founded around the smash, aren't they, of the tallest player on court, Matsumoto, but there's been not that many lifts and clears from these two to fuel that. They've been pretty good, Morton, at getting in first, haven't they? The blaze in red.
They're simply just more decisive. They have more pressure in what they do. They've got more pressure than the two Japanese, and as I said earlier, if I was on the Japanese coaching bench or the two players, I would definitely start to think about, okay, what can we do? We have to get in there first, like here. Strong return of serves, really start trying to put some pressure on the opponents and see whether it can be them being the proactive, the ones that having the initiative, and the ones that can actually score the points. At the moment they're just sitting back a little bit too much, and I think they're hoping that Jia Yifan will get tired, but I don't think she will.
Yeah. There's a saying in pro sport, isn't there? Do what you've always done, and you'll get what you've always got.
Yeah, but then the Japanese pair just keep doing what they should do. They won twice.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's enough.
It's not enough today, I don't
No,
think.
I don't think that's enough.
Really good from Jia Yifan. She enjoyed that one. Is it a psyche thing, Morton? Is it just, you know, sometimes it's inbuilt, you play that way and that's it. It's very difficult to suddenly become, you know, a lot more adventurous and up in the risk profile?
Of course it is, but when the Japanese pair is getting that opportunity, I like to see the attack having more sting to it. A lot of the attacks are either straight down in the racket of the two Chinese players, or it's the channel attack into the center of the court, and that's about it. We're not seeing smashes coming across the body,
wide enough,
catching the players off guards on the right side of the players and so on, not going down the line either. So it's too safe.
Service over, 3-4.
And here we saw Nagahara having a good chance, but that drive she was playing was quite nice and so on. But they got the lift eventually and it was a winner. but they cannot be sure of that. Should have been a little bit more decisive. Yep, here we got it. Jia Yifan is actually trying to go for that sideline. So she lost this one, but then she's won maybe 3 or 4 other ones, so, you know, it evens out.
Fabulous. Really good point, both pairs. Chen just is laser-like around that net, isn't she?
Well, close down by Jia Yifan, and then the drive down the line was good. Again, not going safe down the centre, is what we just discussed.
Yes.
She's actually going down the line here. She just missed the one before, but this time she's getting it right, and I'm just saying, this is the way forward.
So what happened in the Olympic final then against Pauline Reheu? Were they a bit riddled with nerves? They just lost their way a bit somehow?
I think so, but I have to say that Reheu played out of this world.
Oh wow.
She did. Yeah, well left.
6-4.
An exact mirror image of at this stage in game 1. 6-4, they led back then as well. Their graph ticking upwards nicely, in keeping with the previous game. Chinese pair. It's gone as well.
7-4.
First run of 3 points then in game 2 for Chen and Jia. Well, they're trying to get on the front foot.
Yeah, I like that attempt. Yeah, I like that attempt.
Service over. 5-9.
The Japanese pair really have to pick up now, otherwise I think it's already gone in this second game. Confusion there at the centre of the court.
Oh, super point. Really good from Nagahara at the net.
6-9.
That's more like it.
Thank you. Service over, 10-6.
And here we saw Jia Yifan being very decisive at the net. I know the first one still came back, but she was quite decisive. The second one, definitely, no doubt. When we saw Nagahara on the previous one was quite soft to one side and then quite soft to the other side. Jia Yifan couldn't get it anyway, but I think there's a vast difference between the two pairs when it comes to interception at the net.
Yeah, that's well explained, Morton. I buy that entirely. So 11-6 to the mid-game interval. Go Chen and Jia. It's all going swimmingly for them so far.
其实很有威胁，他又想反击，但是又接不上你的力。清晨也好封，你看前面几个球全是这样的，你在头顶区杀直线，然后清晨跳出来封，连续打死2-3个，对吧？发接发抓住，就是发那个高的时候一定要就慢，或者是发后场都没问题。啊，耐心他没有东西，没有打死过你们，所以全是你们自己着急，不要乱，自己不要乱，看怎么得的分，把节奏掌握好。
杀有缘这样子，11分钟的精力，要自己调整一下，我觉得是。然后松懈，这时候表演你会觉得分很多，然后一下子马上又被追上。
11-6. Play.
So, is there going to be a turning in the tide? If there will be, it has to happen soon for the Japanese pair.
Find it hard to control the length of these shots at the moment. 3 gone out on the back line. See 2 interceptions here from Nagahara, both of them quite
13,
soft,
6.
and the second one way too soft, which means that the counter-attacking. This one, but the first one was simply just a block again. So again, just trying to explain when you ask me what's the difference between the two.
Absolutely, it's just those little subtleties, isn't it, that sort of compound into something quite significant over the course of, you know, the best part of an hour or so, yeah.
Yeah. 14-6.
Yeah, good return.
Service over, 7-14.
Blistering pace, what a good recovery to that flick serve.
15-7.
Got back there and gave it the treatment.
There's no doubt she had anticipated it. She moved very well backwards.
Service over, 8-15. Service over, 16-8.
think this is gone.
8.
For the Japanese, I don't think they can come back from this.
They've been stifled throughout, haven't they? Kept at arm's length.
Yeah.
Unable to express themselves fully.
Yeah, but all due to
Hesitancy now.
all due to good play from
Yeah.
the two Chinese in red t-shirts. I think they played a very good match. And the Japanese not really been able to play their A game.
Good pace there.
Yeah. First the return of serve, then interception on the third shot, and then the smash on the fifth shot was really well played by Matsumoto. And that's what I would like to see from these two Japanese players. As I say, perhaps back in training and then coming from the next tournament and see whether they can make some improvements.
Again, good pace. Chen ripping holes in the Japanese defences. And now they really are closing in on the finish line. Just 2 points away, Chen and Jia.
That's on the line, but again, adventurous attack.
20.
Of course, it's a lot easier when you're 29 up, but still, I like that attack.
Here we go then. 11 match points. Not so fast.
Service over. 10-20.
Once again, a good return of serve from Matsumoto.
Service over.
String break again.
11-20.
We have seen a lot of strings breaking this week, haven't we? Yep, you're right. Cooler conditions, longer rallies, particularly in this one. Now, is it third time lucky for Chen and Jia here?
I think Chen is going all out in this one.
Yeah.
Good flick serve from Matsumoto. Clever play.
Oh, yes. Lovely response from Nagahara.
Yeah, but there's so much more pressure on that one compared to what we've seen earlier. That was much more decisive. Try to have a look at this.
Thank you.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, more aggressive defence, wasn't it? Much more.
Moving forward into the shot.
Yes.
Saved 3 so far. Only another 8.
Yeah, it was inevitable in the end, wasn't it? Match point number 4, it was taken. It's a 5th win in a row for the top seeds. Chen and Jia Yifan from China, the 2017 champions, downing the twice defending champions. Lovely smiling moments. They're through to tomorrow's women's doubles final, and that was a bossy display, and frankly totally orchestrating affairs out here on one. Their fans delight in seeing them through. And, well, this was how it finished. On the fourth match point, they were just that little bit more proactive, weren't they? Particularly, well, all throughout, really. Mixing it up. Very solid display of attacking high percentage badminton from Jie Yifan and Chen. Top seeds through to Sunday's final. Lovely. A match played in good spirit and really fun to watch. Fist pumps all round. And this was a little confused, wasn't it? Another win for Chen and Jia. 47 minutes, all they need. So we have another all-Japanese mixed doubles featuring the third seeds, effervescent and always fizzing with energy, Yuta Watanabe and Arisa Higashino. And in their way for a spot in tomorrow's final, another inspired Japanese pair of Shinoya and Yamashita. So don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the TotalEnergies BWF World Championships, the last event of the calendar year. And we're 4/5 of our way through session 1 on day 7 of 8. We'll have session 2 for you, 4 PM local time. That's pretty much an hour and 45 minutes away from now. And we're down at the Carolina Marin Stadium here in Huelva. And this is how the matches have unfolded. All of the senior seeds coming through comfortably. Tatsu Ying, Yamaguchi,